Quý vị đang theo dõi chương trình Khéo dùng tiền của đài Lưới Trời Sài Gòn TV. Chúng tôi và anh Tom đang bàn với anh luật sư Mai Võ về vấn đề cái AB5, tức là đạo luật mà bắt những người tìm nail phải classify những người làm của mình là employees. Xin anh Mai cho biết tiếp là hồi nãy mình nói qua cái vấn đề consequence, tức là nói trường hợp một chủ tiệm nail mà không có classify cái người làm đó là nhân viên thì mainly cái hình phạt là vấn đề tiền bạc, tức là có thể bị phạt, bắt phải đóng thuế lại cho nhân viên, thuế FICA, Medicare, employment. Nhưng mà anh nói cái chính nhất là cái vấn đề là cái worker comp.
There is workers' comp, yeah. So we have to pay depending on how many workers they're going to have, what their gross revenues are going to be. The workers' comp is going to be a big part of the operating expense now, right? And for many salons, that may be a huge challenge to make sure they get the workers' comp available for all their technicians.
Hiện bây giờ nghe nói là có một vài cái case ở tại tiểu bang Cali, một số những cái người mà công ty ở trong cái gig economy, nhất là Uber Lyft, đang file cái lawsuit chống đối lại đạo luật này. Thì không biết là thứ nhất là anh Mai có theo dõi những cái case đó không, đến đâu rồi, và thứ hai nữa là nó có ảnh hưởng gì đến những người làm nail hay không?
Đúng rồi. So the law, you mean Mike nói the other day it was a result of cái California Supreme Court case in Dynamex in 2018, and then mấy năm 2019 is when the California legislature passed AB5, which is now Labor Code 2750.3. Okay, but the interesting is that Dynamex involved the gig economy, Uber and the Lyft, right? And what happened was, trong cái AB5, for the first time, we see actual reference to manicurists. There's an actual reference to manicurists. And so that's why it's so important that the salon owners, technician manicurists, pay attention to it. Because what is going to happen as a result of this is the industry will be under a microscope.
Vậy là cái này với nail salon thôi hả? Không có lời mấy người thợ cắt tóc hả?
Người thợ cũng có một set luật lệ riêng nữa. Different set of same laws, but when it applies, the test of the Borello test, or what we call the ABC Dynamex test, it applies at a different time. Okay, so năm 2020, 2021, we will apply what we call the Borello test. Okay, and then bắt đầu năm 2022, we will follow ABC Dynamex to determine ai là người independent or an employee. So the effect is huge. It's but how do we change it, right? Mình biết là mấy công ty Uber and Lyft, they have lobbyists. They want to put a referendum on the ballot to change the law. Cái nghề nail của mình I think we have a long ways to go. We have a long ways to be able to put a referendum. But I think that now is a good time to unite our voice, because we know that trong cái nghề nail là I think 75 if not 80% of the industry là người Việt Nam, một là chủ tiệm nail hay là người thợ. So we need to unite our voices and come up with a workable solution, right? A workable solution, because we know the true independent doesn't work. In practicality, it doesn't work. The true employee may not work for many salon owners. It's too expensive, right? So we need to figure out what is a workable solution that our state government will agree to.
So right now, and Mike, you're on the board for the Nail Salon Association.
Right. So we have a Pro Nails Association. Okay, hội đó. I've teamed up with a lot of people in the industry, from beauty colleges to the marketing side, and what we're trying to do is provide more education for người thợ, student, chủ tiệm nail, mấy người beauty supply, and even manufacturer.
And with that said, in your group, have you or will you come up with maybe a proposed solution in the future for the nail salon industry? Because right now you said, well, the law it's not reflecting the nail, but you wouldn't you want to come up with a solution yourself to present to the government or
Yes,
to the
that's
Congress?
that is definitely something that we are exploring, and we want to engage the industry. We want to engage salon owners and manicurists because we know, whatever proposal we come up with, we want to take into consideration the interest of the technician and the interest of the salon owners. Right? There's always competing interests in many ways. Salon owners saying, I can't afford all that, I can't pay for all this, but the technician is saying, well, I want some workers' rights. I want protection. I want paid sick leave. I want some benefits. So we got to figure out what is a workable solution.
Oh, it seems like you have a challenge on your you have a lot of work on your hand trying to put all that together for the salon industry. Well, I hope it's go well for you.
Right. Well, I mean, we start the dialogue, right? We don't know when, if or when we could pass any type of legislation, but we want to open that dialogue so that all parties involved in the industry have a stake, have a voice.
Well, if you want something done, you got to come up with a solution. After you come up with a solution, you got to identify some sort of champion to take that solution to Congress and attack that.
Right.
So,
I mean, one of the great things is, we're not. I mean, I'm not at this point. We are not contemplating taking anything up to Congress, but just to Sacramento. Within the state of California,
exactly.
is really what what we want to have an influence upon.
Right.
Because I think whatever happens in the state of California, that could have a material impact upon other states that are considering the same type of laws for the nail
it's
salon.
going to be some time, but in the meantime, seems
We
like
have to comply.
we would have to comply with the
have to
laws
change,
and regulations now.
Right.
Now,
And
yeah.
go ahead.
Besides like lobbying for change in the law, which, if I hear you correctly, you're working on with the with your association, with
Right.
the salon owners and employees in the industry. So, but are there other planning devices that you also consider recommending? I heard like employee leasing may be an answer. Whereas if like you have like, say you have like 4 salons, in Orange County, you can hire one company that specialize in employee leasing. They will hire salon, workers, and then lease to the salon owners. Is that something you consider also?
It's something that may be viable, but keep in mind, like the labor quota that just passed, the California legislature also thought of that. The business-to-business contract, right? So like that workaround, that business-to-business contract, right? So let's say you come up with a company like nail technicians, and we want to go around and provide nail technicians for all the salon, right? So what we look at, the Nail Technicians Incorporated, for example, we want to go to your salon, Antonio. We want to provide you with technicians, right? Well, we're going to be looking at that relationship between Nail Technicians Incorporated and Antonio's salon to see what is the true form of that and substance of that relationship, or is this just essentially trying to do a workaround, right? So we're like, does Nail Technicians Incorporated, does the technician go around to other salons, right? Do you hold yourself out to other businesses? Do you have another work location, right? The easiest way to understand how to comply, right? Take it out of the nail salon. I mean, Mike, có một cái văn phòng luật sư. I need my website built, right? I can call a marketing company. I can call a freelance graphic designer, web designer. He or she or the company will work for me. They build my website, right? But they also build website for other law firms,
I mean,
for other restaurants.
It'd be the same thing if I hire and I leverage a temporary employment agency, right? I have a company, I would hire 10 temporary nail technicians, right? And they do my, would that be okay? I mean, these are temporary, and I pay the company, right, per employee, but the company W2 do whatever they do with temporary.
But you have to look at the relationship between the temporary technician and the staffing agency that they're working with, right? So even we look at that model, so we have to see một người thợ có chịu làm cho một cái staff, essentially a staffing agency, right? Most staffing agency, it's going to be a W-2 relationship, right? Now the staffing agency in the nail salon, they're going to have their contract, right? But người thợ, it's going to have a W-2 relationship, an employee relationship
with the
staffing
temporary
yeah,
with the staff agency.
Yeah,
so
exactly.
Now with the law being effect right now, are there like grace period if somebody
Yeah.
or
So Labor Code 2750 is effective January 1st, 2020. However, with respect to nail salon and manicurists, okay, just manicurists. So for the next 2 years, we will apply what we call the Borello test to determine independent or employee. Again, so January 1st, 2022, we then apply ABC Dynamax, which is really the essence of AB5. So we have, I don't want to call it a 2-year grace period, but the tests that we're applying are a little different, right? They're very similar, but they are a little different. And then bắt đầu năm 2022 á, là mình đổi qua cái ABC test, which is very difficult to overcome. I mean,
So it seems like you got to go with the flow. You have to
Right.
go like exactly, otherwise you're going to get.
so you don't have to rush out and hire a payroll company and style. I mean, do you need to? Or you don't have to.
Well, whoever does your payroll,
Yeah.
right? If you don't have someone, your bookkeeper, accountant, QuickBooks, whoever it is, have someone do payroll. But a lot of the challenge is sitting down and talking to the manicurist. How much per hour? What are the hours that you're going to set? When do you provide the meal breaks? When do you provide the rest breaks, right? And I know that người chủ, they're going to say, Mike, that's impossible. When customer come in is when we work, right? I understand. But the adverse side is when there's a lawsuit, you know, it's, the only question is, did you comply or did you not comply? I don't ask, well, when did the customer come in, right? So those are the challenges.
Exactly.
Kính thưa quý vị vừa nghe luật sư Mai Võ giảng nghĩa cho quý vị về đạo luật AB5. Nếu mà quý vị theo dõi chương trình chúng tôi, quý vị cũng biết là quý vị phải comply with the law, không có cách nào mà get away. Quý vị phải comply. Anh Mai có nói là cái maybe 2 years cho đến lúc cái case
Dynamax,
Dynamax nó được giải quyết. Nhưng mà để tránh vấn đề mà những consequence, vấn đề bị phạt tiền thuế, thì quý vị phải comply with the law bằng cách là convert những người làm của mình sang employee của mình, và lo nhất là vấn đề cái worker comp. Xin anh Mai tóm tắt cái buổi nói chuyện hôm nay với lại khán giả, và xin anh chào khán giả luôn.
Yeah, cảm ơn anh Tony, cảm ơn anh Tom. Thank you very much for everyone, and hopefully we provide some education for everybody.
Okay. Well,
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Kính chào quý vị.